we are discussed about that it is the Entamoeba histolytica. So here it is the around of ourself and our environment, there is a different type of the parasites are there. So they are the protozoan parasites, or either it is the helminth parasites, or either bacteria, or either it is the viruses. So here already we've discussed about that Entamoeba histolytica life cycle, and it is the causes that amoebiasis diseases. And the Plasmodium parasite, it is the causes that malaria disorder. And apart from this one, malarial parasite, that means Plasmodium and Entamoeba histolytica, and there is another one parasites also there in our syllabus. They are Wuchereria bancrofti and as well as the Ascaris lumbricoides. So now today we discuss about that Wuchereria bancrofti structure and life cycle and their pathogenicity. So what is the treatment? What are the prevention methods? Okay, right. Now here you can enter into that helminth parasites that are harmful parasites. That too we can discuss about that Wuchereria bancrofti. So here it is the Wuchereria bancrofti. Wuchereria bancrofti. Right now. So the phylum of Wuchereria bancrofti is the phylum Nematoda. Phylum Nematoda, and class it is the Phasmidia. Class it is the Phasmidia. Right. So here generally this one filarial worm, that means Wuchereria bancrofti. Generally, what is the common name of the Wuchereria bancrofti? So here it is the common name of Wuchereria bancrofti is known as the filarial worm. Filarial worm. And where it is the present? What is the location or habitation of the filarial worm? So here it is the habitation. Habitation. So where it is the present? In a human beings, there is a lymphatic vessels. So the habitation of the Wuchereria bancrofti will be lymphatic vessels. So here it is the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels. Right now. So what is the infective stage? What is the infective stage of so here it is the infective stage. Infective stage of the Wuchereria bancrofti. Infective stage. So here it is nothing but known as the third stage larva. It will be third stage larva. It is the infective stage of Wuchereria bancrofti. So this is the infective stage to the human beings right now. So here it is a common name, habitation, infective stage, and this is the okay. It is the digenetic form. Digenetic form means it will be completes the life cycle in two hosts. Digenetic form means the life cycle is a completes in a two host. In a two host. So that's why it is nothing but known as the digenetic form. So in our parasites, in our syllabus, there is a Plasmodium, it is there. The Plasmodium is also known as the digenetic form because their life cycle it is also completed in a two host. But the Entamoeba life cycle it is a completes one host. So that's why it is nothing but known as the monogenetic parasite. There is another one helminthic form it is there, that is the Ascaris lumbricoides. The Ascaris lumbricoides also completed its life cycle in one host only. So that's why it is also nothing but known as the monogenetic parasite. But here the Plasmodium parasite and as well as the Wuchereria bancrofti, both are the completes its life cycle in a two hosts. So that's why they are nothing but known as the digenetic parasites. So in this one two host, the one primary host it is known as the humans, that means man, And secondary host is known as the female Culex mosquito. Female Culex mosquito. For Plasmodium also, that means malarial parasite. The primary host it is a man, and so instead of this one female Culex, that malarial parasite completed its life cycle in a female Anopheles mosquito. But here it is the Wuchereria bancrofti parasite. It is a completes its life cycle in two hosts. That is a primary host it is a man, and the secondary host it is the female Culex mosquito. Right now, so common name and habitation, infective stage, and digenetic form. Then after, it is the dimorphic form. The Wuchereria bancrofti, it is the dimorphic form. So what is the dimorphic form? Dimorphic form means, so it is exhibits the two stages. That means it is the, by the external characters, we are identify that. So male sex and female sex. We can, by the external characters, we are identify the which is the male and which is the female organism. For example, in a cockroach, the female cockroach, it is exhibited only the one pair of anal cerci, but the male cockroach, it is exhibited that one pair of anal cerci and as well as the one pair of anal styles are the takes place. So for example, in a human beings, the male human beings are have the facial hair, but the female human beings are does not have any facial hair. So that means by the external characters, we are identify the organism sex. So here there is a, the in a Wuchereria bancrofti also we are identify the sex of the organisms by their external characters. So that one thing, it is nothing but known as the dimorphic form. And what is the Wuchereria bancrofti? It is the causes of which disease? So it is the causes that filariasis, or also it is the causes that elephantiasis disease. Filariasis, or it is also causes that elephantiasis disease. Filariasis or elephantiasis means it is the group of the symptoms. For example, the inflammation of the lymph vessels and inflammation of the glands, and as well as the swelling of the lymph glands and the lymph vessels and the dry skin. So all these group of the symptoms are nothing but known as the filariasis or elephantiasis. Means this one disease, it is the, that means the legs of the human beings, the legs of human beings. So those human beings are the infected with this one Wuchereria bancrofti. That person's leg, it is looks like as a elephant leg. That means it is a swelling of a leg, it is takes place. So that's why this one disease, it is nothing but known as the elephantiasis. So this swelling of the leg looks like as a elephant leg. So it is takes place by the filarial worm. So that's why it is nothing but known as the filariasis. Filariasis also. Right now, here we discuss about the structure of the Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay, right now, Wuchereria bancrofti, it is the nematode organism. It is the common name, it is nothing but known as the filarial worm. Generally, habitation it is that takes place in lymph vessels of the human being, and infective stage it is nothing but known as the third stage larva, and it is a digenetic form, means complete its life cycle in a two host. One primary host it is nothing but known as the human beings, and the secondary host it is the female Culex mosquito, and it is exhibit the, it is the occur in a two forms, that is nothing but known as the dimorphic form. That means it is exhibited that sexual characters. That means by the external characters we can identify the sex of the organisms. So for example, here this one dimorphic form we can discuss about in the structure of the Wuchereria bancrofti. Right now, so okay, you can see this one diagram. So by the external characters, we can determine the sex of this one Wuchereria bancrofti organisms by the external characters. So we can decide the sex of the, determine the sex of the organisms. For example, here this one organism, and this is one of the organism. Okay, right now. So here this one organism, it is the short form. This is the short. Okay, right. So here it is the short form, this one. Okay, na? Right. And as well as the posterior end, it will be curved. Posterior end, it will be curved. Curving, it will be takes place. The posterior end, it is the curve. This one diagram, here it is the organism. This one organism, it is the short. Compare with this one organism, it is a one of the external character. And as well as the posterior end, it will be curving, it will be takes place. So it is a one of the identification character. And the third one character, it is there. So here it is in a green color. There is a spicules like structures are the present. So these are the nothing but known as the copulatory spicules. So here it is the copulatory spicules. So here it is the copulatory spicules are the present. Where the copulatory spicules are the present? In the cloacal region. In a cloacal region, there is a one pair of copulatory spicules are the present that are unequal in size. Okay, so here this is the characters of the organism. And then after you can go to the another one organism. So here it is the compare with this one. The males, okay, right here it is the compare with this one, it is the short. Okay, right now compare with this one, this organism it will be long, somewhat it is the long. Okay, so here it is the posterior and it is the maximum it will be curved, but it will be somewhat it is the straight. Somewhat it will be straight. Okay, right now. So at the anus region, there is no copulatory spicules. So there is a spicule-like structures are the present in this one organism only. But in this one organism, there is no spicules-like structures. There is no green color structures are there. So that means copulatory spicules are the absent. That means posterior end, it will be straight, and the anus it is the present. Anus is the present. Okay, right now. So here, which organisms are, they are the short and curving of the posterior part and unequal sized copulatory spicules are the present. By this one characters, we are identify that. So here it is the male organism. Okay, right now. So then after you can go to this one. So compare with this one organism, it will be somewhat it is the long. Okay, and the posterior end it is not curving, and there is no unequal, there is no copulatory spicules. So no copulatory spicules and no curve posterior end and a long form. So by this one characters, we are identify that female organism. So this condition, it is this phenomenon is known as the sexual dimorphism. Okay, the sexual dimorphism means we are identify the sex of the organisms by the external characters. So here it is by this one characters we can say that it is a male Wuchereria bancrofti, and by this one characters we can say that it is the female Wuchereria bancrofti. So this is the structure of adult forms. Okay, right now we can enter into the life cycle of the Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay, understand? So here it is the sexual dimorphism. Means by the external characters, we are identify the sex of the organisms. So these characters are the reveal that it is a male organism, and these characters are the reveal that it is the female organism. So right now, one thing it is there. I can ask the one question. So here we can say that cloacal aperture it is the present. In this one region, cloacal aperture it is the present. Okay, right now here it is the anus it is the present. So what is the difference between the cloacal aperture and the anus? Okay, so after the class, so we can discuss about this one question, cloacal aperture, the difference between the cloacal aperture and the anus. Okay, right now. So then after you can go to that. Okay, that is the life cycle of Wuchereria bancrofti. Right, here it is the life cycle of Wuchereria, Bancrofti. Life cycle of Wuchereria, Bancrofti. Okay, right now. So here in this one, life cycle of Wuchereria, Bancrofti. So here first we can discuss about that life cycle of Wuchereria, Bancrofti in a primary host, that is the man. Okay, right now. Here it is the man. So in the man, there is a female and male, adult forms are the present. In a which region? In a lymphatic vessel. In a lymphatic vessels. So in a human being, okay, the infected person, infected human being, it is exhibited adult forms of the female and male Wuchereria bancroftis in their lymphatic vessels. So the infected person in their lymphatic vessels, they are exhibited the Wuchereria bancrofti adult forms, that is the female and male. By the copulation of this, in between the copulation, when the copulation takes place in between this one female and male adult forms of the Wuchereria bancrofti, it will be leads to the production of that means microfilaria. Okay, microfilaria larva. You can say that it is the microfilaria larva. That microfilaria larva, it will be looks like as this type of. Here it is a, for example, jet-shaped structure. It is the present, for example. Okay, right here it is the, for example, microfilaria larva. So this one microfilaria larva, so it will be covered with the loose sheath. So here it is the, this is the loose sheath. This is the cuticular sheath. It is the present around of the microfilaria larvas. Okay, so in the lymphatic vessels of infected person, there is a Wuchereria bancrofti adult forms are the present. In between this one female and male Wuchereria bancrofti forms, when the copulation takes place. So after that copulation, these adult forms of Wuchereria bancrofti, they are the releases that microfilaria larva, where in the blood circulation. Okay, now right here it is the microfilaria larvas are the released by this one adult forms. Okay, now right now. So these microfilaria larvas, where these are the present? In a blood circulation. In a blood circulation of a human being. Blood circulation of human being. And these microfilaria larvas are exhibited. Okay, exhibited that daytime periodicity, or you can say that it is the diurnal periodicity. Okay, diurnal periodicity or daytime periodicity. So the daytime periodicity, these are the present in a, okay, these are the present in a deeper blood vessels. So after the copulation, in between this one Wuchereria bancrofti adult forms, they are the releases the microfilaria larvas. After the copulation, they are releases the microfilaria larvas. So these microfilaria larvas are looks like as a Z-shaped structure, and around of this one microfilaria larvas, there is a cuticular loose sheath. It is the present. And these microfilaria larvas are now present in the blood circulation of the infected person. So in the blood circulation, these microfilaria larvas are exhibited the diurnal periodicity and as well as the nocturnal periodicity. That means daytime periodicity and a nighttime periodicity. The daytime periodicity is technically known as a diurnal periodicity. Where it is that takes place, in which blood vessels it will be takes place? So here in the deeper blood vessels. So what time it will be takes place? So diurnal periodicity. Diurnal periodicity. So 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. So these microfilariae larvae are present in a deeper blood vessels. Okay, now in the night time, in the night time, you can say that night periodicity. So this night periodicity is the technically known as the nocturnal periodicity. Nocturnal periodicity. Nocturnal periodicity. So this one nocturnal periodicity is that takes place in the peripheral blood vessels. So here it is the peripheral blood vessels. Okay, peripheral blood vessels. So in what time these are exhibited that nocturnal periodicity? So here it is the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So the microfilariae larvae are present in a peripheral blood vessels. So this periodicity or this migration, it is nothing but known as the nighttime periodicity or nocturnal periodicity. So why these microfilariae larvae are especially present at the night time in a peripheral blood vessels? So what is the benefit to this microfilariae larvae? So they are present in a peripheral blood vessels. Okay. So after the class, we can discuss at the question session and questionnaire section. We can ask these questions. I can give the answers. Okay. Nighttime or nocturnal periodicity, it is a takes place in the peripheral blood vessels. That is the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. It is nothing but known as the nighttime periodicity or the nocturnal periodicity. Now, so now here it is the when female Culex mosquito, when female Culex mosquito bites a infected person, So now these microfilariae larvae are enter into the gut of the female Anopheles mosquito. When female Culex mosquito bites infected person, means this one, infected person. Okay, infected person. So these microfilariae larvae are enter into the microfilaria larvae enter into gut or alimentary canal of a female Culex mosquito. Female Culex mosquito. Now, the microfilariae larvae are where are they present? In a gut of the female Culex mosquito. Okay. When the microfilariae larvae are present in a peripheral blood vessels, what time they are the present? So night 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So these microfilariae larvae are the present in a peripheral blood vessels. That time when the female Culex mosquito, when bites a infected person, now through this one blood sucking habit of the female Culex mosquito, okay, through the blood sucking habit of the female Culex mosquito, so these microfilariae larvae are enter into the alimentary canal or the gut of the female Culex mosquito right now. So after that 2 to 6 hours, after the sum of time, a sum of hours, so the loose sheath, it will be dissolved by the digestive enzymes of the female Culex mosquito. Right now, here in the gut, so the loose sheath of a microfilaria larva dissolves. Okay, right now. So where the sheath it is that dissolves in the gut of the female Culex mosquito. So the microfilariae larva, it will be enter into the female Culex mosquito by the biting of the female Culex mosquito, and after that in a gut by the digestive enzymes, the loose sheath it will be dissolves. Okay, right now. So here these microfilariae larva, it will be enter into the, okay, microfilaria larva. Now it will be enter into the hemocele of a female Culex mosquito. Okay. Now the unsheathed, that means free from the sheath. So now the mosquito, it will be enter into the hemocele of the female Culex mosquito. Through the blood circulation, okay. So in the hemocele, what is the present? There is a hemolymph is the present, nothing but known as the blood. So through the blood circulation, the microfilariae larva, it will be reaches to the, okay, microfilaria larva reaches to thoracic muscles, okay, thoracic muscles of the female Culex mosquito. What is that? Here it is the, in a female Culex mosquito, there is in a thoracic muscles, the microfilariae larva, it will be present. Encysted means the sheath, it is the absent. The sheath, it dissolves, na? So that microfilariae larva, it is the reaches to the thoracic muscles of the female Culex mosquito. Right now. So in this one, thoracic muscles, the microfilaria larva transforms into, okay, into the first stage larva, or you can say that a sausage shaped larva. Okay, ma'am. So right now, so what larva it is developed? The sausage shaped larva or the first stage larva it is develops in a where hemocele or thoracic muscles, in a thoracic muscles. Okay, thoracic muscles of the female Culex mosquito. So the transmission of, okay, the developing of microfilariae larva into the first stage larva or the sausage shaped larva. So what is a sausage shaped? Nothing but known as a cylindrical shape, or nothing but known as a best example, it is a mitochondria shape. The mitochondrial shape, it is nothing but known as a sausage shaped. So here it is the first stage larva. It is looks like as a mitochondria like structure. So that is also nothing but known as a sausage shaped larva, where it is present in the thoracic muscles of a female Culex mosquito. Okay. Right now, here it is the, so the in the thoracic muscles, what is the present? First stage larva, it is the present. Now this one first stage larva, it will be undergoes the, okay, undergoes that second molting, it will be takes place. So first and second moltings are the undergoes. So here it is the first and second moltings. Two moltings are that takes place in the thoracic muscles. Now finally after that two moltings, so these first stage larva or sausage shaped larva, it will be developed into as a third stage larva. So this third stage larva, it is nothing but known as the infective stage to the another one person. Okay, once again I can repeat this one just again. So here it is the, in a human being, so infected human being. So what are the present in an infected human being? There is a adult forms of Wuchereria bancroftis are the present. So female Wuchereria bancrofti and male Wuchereria bancrofti, it is the present. Okay, in a infected human being. So after the copulation in between this one adult forms of the Wuchereria bancrofti, they are the releases that microfilaria larvas. Okay, from this one lymphatic vessels. So these are the releases that microfilaria larvas into the blood circulation of the infected person. Okay, in a human being, in a lymphatic vessels of an infected human being, there is the adult forms are the adult Wuchereria bancrofti forms are the present. So these adult Wuchereria bancrofti forms, after the copulation, they are the releases that microfilariae larvae. So these microfilariae larvae are, okay, they are enter into the blood circulation of the infected man right now. So in the blood circulation, what are the present? Microfilariae larvae are the present. It is looks like as a jet-shaped structure, and each and every microfilariae larva, it will be covered with the loose sheath. It is composed by the cuticular structure. So that's why it is a cuticular sheath. Now this one microfilariae larva in a blood circulation of a human being, it is exhibited the two types of the periodicities. That means two types of the migrations are the exhibited. One, it is the diurnal periodicity, and second one, it is the nocturnal periodicity. In a diurnal periodicity, the microfilariae larvae are present in a deeper blood vessels, means it is nothing but known as the veins. That is the time, it is the 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, right now. So after that, they are also exhibited that another one migration or the periodicity. So that is nothing but known as the nighttime periodicity or the nocturnal periodicity. It will be takes place at the time of the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. That is the in a peripheral blood vessels. Peripheral blood vessels. Now, so at the night time, generally the nighttime mosquitoes are the present now. So here it is the importance of this one. So at the night time, there is a when female Culex mosquito it is present in the surroundings of this one person. So now the female Culex mosquito, when it is bites a infected person and sucks the blood from the infected person. So at the sucking time, along with the blood, so these microfilariae larvae are enter into the alimentary canal of the or gut of the female Culex mosquito. So the microfilariae larvae are enter into the gut of female Culex mosquito by the biting habit. Okay, right now in the gut of female Culex mosquito, what stages are the present? Microfilariae larvae are the present. So these microfilariae larvae are the loose sheath. After the 2 to 6 hours, when they are enter into the gut of the female Culex mosquito, after the 2 to 6 hours, so the loose sheath it will be dissolves. That encysted, okay, encysted microfilariae larvae are they are reached to the hemocoel, means it is the that means body cavity of the female Culex mosquito is nothing but known as the hemocoel. That means blood, that is a cavity, it is filled with the blood, so that's why it is nothing but known as a hemocoel. So right now from the gut, the microfilariae larvae without sheath, the microfilariae larvae are enter into the hemocoel of the female Culex mosquito right now. So from this one hemocoel, from the hemocoel, the microfilariae larvae are reaches to the thoracic muscles. So through the hemolymph circulation or the blood circulation. So hemolymph circulation or the blood circulation, these microfilariae larvae are reaches to the thoracic muscles of the female Culex mosquito. In this one female Culex mosquito, thoracic muscles, so these microfilariae larvae are developed into as a or transform into as a first stage larva. This is also nothing but known as a sausage shaped larva because it is looks like as a mitochondria like structure. So this first stage larva, it is undergoes the second and third moltings in a thoracic muscles. Second and third moltings are that takes place in a thoracic muscles. Now this one first stage larva, it will be developed into as a third stage larva. Third stage larva. So this one third stage larva, it is present in the labium of a female Culex mosquito. Okay, the second and the first and second moltings are that takes place in a thoracic muscles of female Culex mosquito. After that first molting and second molting, so the first stage larva it is the development as a third stage larva. So from the thoracic muscles, the third stage larva, it is reaches to the labium. So in the labium of a female Culex mosquito, okay, labium means it is a lower lip. So in the labium, what is the present? There is a third stage larva, it is present. So this third stage larva of Wuchereria bancrofti is nothing but known as the infective stage to the person. Now, this female Culex mosquito is have the third stage larvas in their labial region. Now, this female Culex mosquito, when bites a healthy person, now the third stage larvas are enter into the healthy human. Okay, so when this infected female the female Culex mosquito have the third stage larvas, so these third stage larval female Culex mosquito bites a healthy person. Now these third stage larvas are enter into this one person, enter into the healthy person. So that's why the third stage larva, it is nothing but known as the infective stage to the human beings. So now, healthy in a human being, these are the present in the healthy human. The third stage larvas are the entered. So and they are reached to the lymphatic vessels. They are reached to the lymphatic vessels of the healthy person. Now in the lymphatic vessels, so these third stage larvas undergoes the third molting and as well as the fourth molting, it is also takes place. Third molting and fourth molting, it is that takes place in the new person of lymphatic vessels. So after that fourth molting, so these are the develop into as a young ones. That means fifth stage larva. You can say that it is the okay. You can say that it is the fifth stage larvas. So these fifth stage larvas, after that, these are the development as a young ones. So these fifth stage larvas are, they consume the materials. That means they are developed into as a young ones or develop into as a adult forms. So in the human being, what are the present? Adult forms are the present. Now these adult forms are the exhibited again, this one cycle. So here it is importance of the Wuchereria bancrofti life cycle. Okay, right now, once again I can repeat this one life cycle because it is somewhat complicated, but you can make it easy. Right now, here in the man, in the infected human being. So what are the present? So female and male Wuchereria bancrofti adult forms are the present in a lymphatic vessels. Okay, in a lymphatic vessels of the infected man, there is a female and male Wuchereria bancrofti are the present. So in between these organisms, there is a copulation. It is that takes place. By this one copulation, so these forms are the releases the microfilariae larvae. So these microfilariae larvae, they are enter into the blood circulation, lymphatic vessels to blood circulation. So the microfilariae larvae are now they are present in the blood circulation of the infected person. So each and every microfilariae larva, it is the encysted, it is covered with the cuticular sheath, or you can say it is a loose sheath, it is a present. So this microfilariae larva, it is exhibited the two types of migrations, or you can say it is the periodicities. One, it is the diurnal periodicity, means daytime periodicity, and nighttime periodicity, it is nothing but known as the nocturnal periodicity. The daytime, these microfilariae larvae are present in a deeper blood vessels. Time, it is the 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. Very important for the NEET purpose and as well as the EAMCET purpose also. And these microfilariae larvae are Also, they are exhibited that nocturnal periodicity, so our nighttime periodicity. The nighttime periodicity, it is the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. In that time, they are present in the peripheral blood vessels. Generally, the arteries are present in the peripheral blood vessels. Now, when the female Culex mosquito, when female Culex mosquito bites a infected person at the night time, okay, bite an infected person at night time. So because night time the larvae are present in a peripheral blood vessels, so that means easy the microfilariae larvae are enter into the female Culex mosquito. So when the female Culex mosquito bites an infected person, so these microfilariae larvae are enter into the gut or alimentary canal of the female Culex mosquito. So in the gut, what are the present? In the alimentary canal, what are the present? There is a digestive enzymes are the present. So by the digestive enzymes, so this loose sheath, it is the dissolves. So that microfilariae larva, now the microfilariae larva, it is reaches to the, okay, the sheath, it is the loose sheath, it is dissolved by the digestive enzymes, and after that microfilariae larva, it will be enter into the hemocoel or the body cavity of the female Culex mosquito. Such body cavity is filled with the blood. You know that that is nothing but known as the hemocoel. Now the microfilariae larva, where it is present? In a hemocoel. So from through this one, in the hemocoel, what is the present? Hemolymph it is present. Through the circulation of hemolymph or the blood, so these microfilariae larvae are reaches to the thoracic muscles of the female Culex mosquito. Now the microfilariae larvae are where these are the present? So in a thoracic muscles. Sheath it is a present? No, sheath it is absent. Already the sheath it is a dissolves in the gut. Okay, the ensheathed, the microfilariae larva, it will be present in the thoracic muscles of a Culex mosquito. In the thoracic muscles, the microfilariae larva, it is develop into as a first stage larva or nothing but known as a sausage shaped larva. Means it is looks like as a mitochondria form or the cylindrical form. So that's why it is nothing but known as a first stage larva. So this one first stage larva undergoes the first molting and second molting and leads to the formation of the third stage larva. So sausage shaped are the first stage larva undergoes that first molting and second molting and lead to the formation of the third stage larva. So this one third stage larva, it is nothing but known as the infective stage to the other one healthy person. So this one third stage larva, it is present in the labium of a female Culex mosquito. Means, so the first stage larva, it is present in the thoracic muscles. Through this one thoracic muscles, it will be enter into the labium. In the labium, what is the present? Infective stage or the third stage, it is the present. So now this one female Culex mosquito, when bites a healthy person, when it is bites a healthy person, now these third stage larvae or infective stage larvae are enter into the lymphatic vessels of another one healthy human. In the lymphatic vessels, so this one third stage larva undergoes the third molting and fourth molting, and undergoes the third and fourth molting, and it will be developed into as a third and fourth molting, and it will be developed into as a fifth stage larva. After that third molting and after that fourth molting, it will be developed into as a fifth stage larva. So the fifth stage larva, where it is present? In a lymphatic vessels of the new infected person. So this fifth stage larva, it is consumed that lymphatic material and develop into as a young ones. So these young ones are at the taking of the food materials or ingestion of the food materials from the lymphatic vessels. So they are, that means lymphatic vessels, what is the present? Lymph it is a present. So here it is takes that lymph and develop into as a adult forms. So what is the present in the new infected person? So there is adult forms are the present. So in such person, these adult forms, in between this one adult forms, when the copulation it is that takes place, by that of copulation, in this one adult form, microfilariae larvae are the released. Now that one person, it is nothing but known as an infected person. Okay, understand? So here it is the life cycle of the Wuchereria bancrofti. So here by the occurrence of third stage larvae, so what type of diseases are that takes place to the human being? So we can say that the third stage larva, it is enter into the healthy person and undergoes that third molting and fourth molting, and they are the occupies the fifth stage larva and development as young ones and development as adult forms. Where these are the present in the lymphatic vessels. So in the lymphatic vessels, so these larvae, filarial worms are the present. So such filarial worms are young ones. They are developing as a adult forms. Where these are the present in a lymphatic vessels. So in a lymphatic vessels, so there is a young ones are developing as adult forms. So these adult forms are causes the filariasis disease or elephantiasis disease. So in this one filariasis disease or elephantiasis disease, so what type of symptoms are the takes place? Now we can discuss about that pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti. What is pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti? Okay, right. Here it is. We can discuss about that pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti. Pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti. So here pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti. So first one, lymphangitis, lymphangitis, lymphadentis, lymphangitis, lymphadentis, and lymphoedema, lymphoedema, lymphoedema. Okay, lymphoedema. Right now, so lymphangitis means the inflammation of lymphatic vessels. Inflammation of lymphatic vessels. Inflammation of lymphatic vessels is known as the lymphangitis. Lymphadentis, inflammation of lymph glands. Inflammation of lymph glands is known as the lymphadentis. And here it is the inflammation of lymph vessels and inflammation of lymph glands. Lymphoedema means it is the swelling. Swelling of lymph vessels, swelling of the lymph vessels, and as well as the lymph glands is known as the lymphoedema. Lymphoedema. And when there is a severe infection, it is that takes place. When a severe infection, it is that takes place. The severe infection leads to the disintegration of sweat glands. Disintegration of the sweat glands. Okay, it leads to disintegration of the sweat glands, leads to the drying of the skin. Leads to the dry skin. Leads to dry skin. So here leads to the dry skin. So all these conditions are nothing but known as the filariasis. Okay. So all these conditions are nothing but known as the filariasis or nothing but known as the elephantiasis. So by this one symptoms, either it is the leg, either it is the testis, either it is the lymph glands or either it is the forelimbs, they are the swelling it is that takes place. Especially these are the located at the region of legs. So legs are the looks like as elephant like leg. So there is a what is the blood, it is oozes outside, that plasma serum it is oozes outside from that of and itching, dry skin it is lead to the itching. By that of itching there is a serum it is oozes outside from that infection region. So all these things are nothing but known as the filariasis or elephantiasis. So what are the preventions? So here it is the pathogenicity. So here prevention. What is the prevention? Prevention. So here it is the prevention means, so what are the measures you can take that it is the malarial parasite? So such preventions are there. So what are that? For example, mosquito larvae are, okay, that growth of the mosquito larvae it will be prevented in the stagnant water. So just you can spray the kerosene or pyrethrum oil on the surface of the stagnant water. Where the water it is stagnated, so that stagnant water it will be rich with the developing of the mosquito population. So when you can spray that kerosene or the pyrethrum oil on the surface of stagnant water, so it will be prevention the developing of the larval stages of the mosquitoes. So here it is one of the major. And second one it is there. So in the water medium, just you can rearing the fishes, that is nothing but known as the Gambusia officinus fish. This one Gambusia officinus fish, fish it will be consume that mosquito larvae. So second one. And the third one, so you can culture in a water medium, there is a insectivorous plants, that is the Drosera, Nepenthes, Utricularia. So these plants are useful for the consumption of the mosquitoes population. So that insectivorous plants, they are the ingest the mosquitoes. So that means it is the controls the population of the mosquitoes. First one it is the spray the kerosene oil and pyrethrum oil. It will be inhibits the growth of the larvae of mosquitoes. Second one you can, that is the Gambusia, that is the culturing of Gambusia officinus fish. It is also ingest the larvae of the mosquitoes. And in the water field also there is a culturing of that Utricularia plants and Nepenthes and Drosera. These are insectivorous plants. So these are the control the population or eradicated the population of the mosquitoes. And then after, generally in a home you can use the nets and you can use the repellents, that is the and ointments, Odomas ointment, or you can use that good night, and there is a mosquito coil good night or whatever it may be. So repellents are also used. So these are the preventions. So the treatment it will be different. There is a generally against of this one disease, there is a treatment it will be takes place. That prescription it is given by the doctor. So here it is the importance of the life cycle of the Wuchereria bancroft. Right? Any doubt? So we are completed that Wuchereria bancrofti structure and life cycle. Okay, right now. So just you can ask the doubts, Emma. నంబర్ స్క్రోల్ అవుతుందా మీకు? టీవీలో నంబర్ స్క్రోల్ అయితే ఒకసారి చూడండి అమ్మా దాంట్లో. ప్లీజ్ ఎనీ డౌట్ యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ అమ్మా. ఎవరైనా అడగచ్చు, టీచర్స్ కానీ స్టూడెంట్స్ కానీ అడగచ్చు. ఈ పర్టికులర్ టాపిక్ సంబంధించింది అడగండి. Wuchereria bancrofti. So it is a very important for IP LAQ question, and a number of points are there for NEET purpose. In the NEET purpose, there is only some syllabus. It is not for this much syllabus. So EAMCET purpose, it will be very useful. For NEET purpose, only that pathogenicity is useful. What is the lymphangitis? What is the lymphadentis? And what is the lymphoedema? So where the Wuchereria bancroft, it is the location, that is lymphatic vessels location, it is there. So one thing it is there. So why the microfilaria larva, it is not known as the first stage larva. The first stage larva, it is known as the sausage shaped larva. Why the microfilariae larva, it is does not known as the first stage larva? Why? Okay, 1 minute wait, Amma. వన్ మినిట్ వెయిట్. సో మీకు స్క్రోల్ అవుతా ఉంటుంది నంబర్, నేను చెప్తాము మీకు. లేకపోతే నేను నా నంబర్ చెప్తాను, మీరు కాల్ చేయండి అమ్మ. నంబర్ చెప్తాను, కాల్ చేయండి. 830-955-6847. 830-955-6847. 830-955-6847 నంబర్ కాల్ చేయండి. ప్లాస్మోడియం చెప్పుకుందామా? ప్లాస్మోడియం లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఇన్ మ్యాన్. ఒక్క నిమిషం. రైట్. హలో. చెప్పమ్మా. చెప్పండి అమ్మా, చెప్పండి. అదే మరి మీరు అడుగుతారని చెప్పలేండి మరి మీరు. మీరు అడుగుతారని చెప్పలేదు. ఎందుకు ఫస్ట్ మైక్రోఫైల్ లార్వాను కన్సిడర్ చేయరు, ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ లార్వా కన్సిడర్ చేయరు. ఇంకా ఉమ్, నేనే క్వశ్చన్ నేనే క్వశ్చన్ వేసిన కదా మీకు, కదా? నేను క్వశ్చన్ వేసిన కదా. రైట్, కావాలని నేను క్వశ్చన్ వేసిన మీకు. మరి రావాలి కదా, మరి ఏంటి అని ఆలోచించాలి కదా. సో అందుకే నాకు క్వశ్చన్ వేసిన దాన్ని. సరే, రైట్, వినండి అమ్మ. సో ద మైక్రోఫైల్ లార్వా, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎన్షీథెడ్. That means cyst it is that means sheath it is a present, cuticular sheath it is a present. So that by that of sheath it is does not takes place any food material. Food material తీసుకోవటానికి లేదు కదా, ఉందా? ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్ తీసుకోదు. సో కాబట్టి దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏ నౌన్ యాజ్ అ లార్వా. అదే మనకు వచ్చేసరికి ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ లార్వా ఇట్ ఇస్ డస్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ షీత్. ఏమన్నా షీత్ ఉందా? లేదు. సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఎగ్జిబిటెడ్ దట్ డెవలప్మెంటల్ ప్రాసెస్. The microphyll larva, it is a development as a first stage larva. The first stage larva, it is undergoes that first and second moltings and development as a third stage larva. So that developmental process is takes place, and as well as the ingestion of the food, it is also takes place by that of larva. So that's why it is nothing but known as the first stage larva instead of the microfilaria larva. Yes. అర్థమైందా? Understand? Understand or not? అర్థమైతే ఇలా చూపించండి. అండర్స్టాండా? అలా చూపించండి. ఓకే, రైట్ రైట్ రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్లాస్మోడియం లైఫ్ సైకిల్ చెప్పుకుందామా? చెప్పండి. ప్లాస్మోడియం లైఫ్ సైకిల్ చెప్పుకుందామంటే మ్యాన్ది చెప్పేసుకుందాం. ఓకేనా? ఓకే, చెప్పమంటే ఇలా చెప్పండి, నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా. నో నో ఆర్ఎస్ కావాలా కదా? ప్లాస్మోడియం లైఫ్ సైకిల్ కావాలా వద్దా? ఓకే, రైట్, వద్దా? ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయిందా సిలబస్? ప్లాస్మోడియం లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఆల్రెడీ సిలబస్ అయిపోయిందా? Okay, right. We can move to next one class. Day after tomorrow, we can discuss about that another one topic. Okay. So all the very best. ఎవరు లేదు.
పని చేయాలి, అది పని చేస్తారు.
అది బంద్ చేయాలి.
అంతేనా?
మన మాట వినబడుతుంది.
అక్కడ నేను కింద అబ్బాయిని తీసుకొస్తాను.
ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఉంటే ఫోన్ చేసి కొన్ని క్లాస్ నుంటే ఎగ్జిట్ అవ్వండి అమ్మ. ఓకేనా? టాపిక్ వేరే చెప్పుకుందాం అనుకున్నాం కదా క్లాస్ మీడియం. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ అది అవసరం లే అంటారు కదా, క్లాస్ మీడియం అయిపోయింది అంటున్నారు కదా. సో కాబట్టి అది ఎగ్జిట్ అవ్వండి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. డే ఆఫ్టర్ టుమారో విల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ దట్ న్యూ టాపిక్.